We all know what has been happening ever since 2020: natural calamities, wars, and the great pandemic of corona, all of which has caused millions of deaths. A lot of people believe that the golden age of Satyug is coming, the earth is moving to a higher dimension, and I'm one of those people. But those unfortunate events are a clear indication that we need to take strict measures to save the earth. So you might be thinking, what can we do? Dear friends, this world can be saved only with our combined efforts. So join me in my attempt to change the face of the earth from a depressed, polluted planet to a happy, fulfilled, and green one. Let's start with the economy. Since the current economic system is unsteady, oppressive, and collapsible, I have thought of a new one which is as follows. Instead of the world being divided into separate countries and states, the world should be divided into small cities or colonies. The reason is simple: the smaller the city we live in, the easier it is to commute from one location to another. We can commute barefooted or on bicycles. The bicycles, by the way, should be made of bamboo instead of metal. Search bamboo bicycles on YouTube if you're unaware. Each colony will have an authority figure along with ministers, which have all been properly trained for the job and selected from amongst the trained candidates by the citizens. We still prefer democracy over monarchy, guys. Everything needs evolution, and the authoritarian system should not be an exception. All the authority figures will have to go through a review every 2 months where their work will be discussed amongst the public in an official gathering and a rating will be given out of 5. If the government rating is above 3, then the government will continue to rule. If it goes below 3, a new government will be made from amongst the trained candidates. There will be no system of money. We all know that food, water, shelter, clothing, education, and healthcare are basic human rights and should be provided free of cost. In my opinion, a society is successful when everyone is well rested and well fed. So I have come up with an idea. Services should be exchanged for luxuries, not basic necessities. For all kinds of work, the government will provide coupons to the employees. Coupons for luxuries such as spa sessions, eating in restaurants, traveling for holidays, etc. All work sectors will be run under the government. No privatization will be allowed as privatization leads to oppression. Not only that, the people who will work in any sector will also be given domestic help and gardeners along with healthcare facilities if needed. Gardening will be very important in the new economy. I will tell you why later in this video. This facility will also be provided to the elderly individuals who are incapable of mobility or performing daily chores due to old age. They will be provided these facilities within the comforts of their own homes and will not have to work for it. The employees and caretakers working for the elderly people will be given special luxuries, facilities, and more holiday trips than regular people. To make this happen and not compromise the physical and mental health of these individuals or any individual working in any other sector, the following system will be followed. All individuals working in all sectors will be paid not in money but in coupons. They will get coupons for luxuries such as spa sessions, eating in restaurants, and going on holiday trips. The domestic help, the gardeners, just like the people working in all other sectors, will be working in shifts on alternate days. Which means, let's say Sarah and Sally work as domestic help. Sally will have working shifts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and Sarah will work on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. However, since Sally is working 4 days instead of 3, she will get more coupons for the spa sessions, restaurants, and holiday trips. Whoever works a job that requires more sacrifice, labor, or discipline will avail more facilities than those whose jobs are more fulfilling to the soul, such as jobs of the entertainment sector. Don't forget, this alternate day working system will be for all employees working in all sectors. On the occasions of an employee going on a well deserved holiday trip, a substitute will be provided by the government owned firm of that particular sector. Remember, all sectors will be owned by the government. Privatization will not be allowed, and if practiced, will lead to imprisonment and severe punishment. The students who want to work part time and avail some of the luxuries and some work experience in a specific field will be hired as substitutes for the employees traveling for holidays. Trips for more than 4 to 5 days, however, will not be allowed for any employee working in any sector, and they will not be sanctioned a leave before at least 3 months have passed since the previous holiday leave. There will be no such thing as private sector. All employees working in any field will be paid directly by the government. Employees will be hired for making clothing, undergarments, sanitary napkins, bags, socks, and shoes for each citizen. All of these will be given to the citizens free of cost. 3 sets of clothing and undergarments each month, and 2 pairs of shoes and 3 pairs of socks each month will be provided to each person. Women will also be provided sanitary napkins per month as per their need. All the clothing will be made of cotton and khadi and will not be dyed, as we all know dyes contain chemicals that pollute the water. Shoes will be made of cloth with a rubber sole, and jute bags will be provided to carry objects. The employees in this sector will be paid coupons for their services, just like we saw previously. They will also work in 3 day and 4 day shifts and will be paid and given leaves and holiday trips in the same manner as we discussed above. All the individuals in the workforce will be sanctioned a home for themselves and their spouse after they have worked for a duration of 5 years in any sector. The condition is they have to be married, and one home will be sanctioned to each couple irrespective of their gender preferences. If they are transgender, they can get a house sanctioned with a best friend or companion as per their preference. These houses will be made of mud and bamboo, as these are natural substances and make a sturdy house, and because cement and concrete are not good for the environment. Of course, there will be employees who will be designing and constructing the buildings in each city, which will be paid in the same manner as discussed above. For our water needs, there will be compulsory rainwater harvesting systems installed in each house. Instead of pumping out groundwater, we will have to clean our rivers and then use the river water for drinking purposes and household chores. We will have to put in combined efforts to clean our rivers as well, so we can use the river water for our daily needs. To keep the water as unpolluted and clean as possible, bathing in the rivers will be banned even for religious purposes. However, to honor our religious beliefs, individuals will be allowed to draw water from the rivers in buckets, bottles, or pots and then bathe in the comfort of their own homes or temples. Pumping out groundwater will, however, not be allowed. Pumping out groundwater will, however, be allowed to quench the thirst of the stray animals, but not in private homes by humans. If any human is found guilty of installing a water pump within their home, they will have to face severe consequences and punishment by the law. I am requesting all the engineers to design water tanks for stray animals and birds, which will have sensors installed to detect when the water levels are low and signal the water pump attached to the tank to be turned on, and when the water levels are high, to signal the water pump to be turned off. The water tanks will be installed within sheds, the pillars of which will be made of wood and roofs of straw. These are resting areas for animals which will be compulsory to be huge, so they can accommodate as many animals as possible and installed every 1 kilometer within each city. It will be compulsory for each household to donate food to these shelters on a daily basis. Now comes the interesting part. Remember how I said gardening will be essential in the new economy? Here's why. For our food requirements, if we connect our toilet seats to biogas tanks, we will be able to produce fertilizer and grow our own vegetables and fruits in our gardens and use biogas as fuel for cooking. However, as I have already discussed previously, the individuals in the workforce, irrespective of which sector they are working in, will be provided gardeners and domestic help within their homes. Elderly individuals will be provided domestic help, gardeners, and caretakers within the comfort of their own homes without having to work. The employees working for elderly individuals will get to enjoy VIP facilities reserved specially for them on their off days and holiday trips, such as luxury suites in hotels on holiday trips, extra 45 minutes of spa sessions, and sauna and VIP seats reserved for them in restaurants. They will be only ones who will get facility to go on a holiday trip every 1.5 months instead of every 3 months, and their regular shifts will be only 3 days a week. A part time substitute worker will be provided by the government owned firm every Sunday. The substitute worker will also avail the same luxuries and facilities as the regular workers, but they will not get holiday trips that the regular workers will get. If the substitute wants coupons and offs for holiday trips, he will have to work when the regular workers take a leave to go on holiday trips as well. Farmers will also be working for the government in 3-day and 4-day shifts, just like all other employees, and they will be also given food, water, shelter, clothing, education, and healthcare, along with obviously coupons for luxuries. They will be producing edible and non edible crops like cotton, wheat, barley, raw products for oils, etc. They can keep 30% of the edible crops for themselves, and 70% of it will be have to be given to the government. For non-edible crops, they will have to keep 100% of their produce to the government. The government will distribute the edible crops to restaurants and individual households as per the need. No storage of crops will be allowed, as this requires preservatives and pesticides, which is not good for health or the environment. I will tell later in this video how we will manage without stored crops in case of emergencies. The non-edible items like cotton, bamboo, and raw ingredients for oil will be used for making clothes, houses, and oils for spas, etc. In the education sectors, the pens, instead of being made of plastic, will be made of bamboo, and the paper will be recycled. Now, we all know the current education sector is toxic, so I have come up with a completely new education system. Children of the age of 3 to 13 years will receive primary education, which will consist of spirituality, basic math, basic science, and language. After that, instead of them being loaded with the burden of having to study a lot of extra subjects, that too only theoretically, they will be free to choose to study specific subjects and gain practical knowledge of a specific field. For example, medicine, engineering, architecture, pottery, gardening, music, art, dance, cooking, etc. Since they will be starting at the age of 10, which is a very young age, the courses will be designed to start with the very basics and slowly progress to advanced studies of that specific field. At the age of 17, the student will become eligible to give an examination called National Certification Test or NCT. It will be an alternative to a degree. This examination will be conducted to test the practical knowledge of students in their specific field, and after passing this exam, they will get a certificate and become eligible as working professional in that field. The test, however, will not have a limit of age and number of attempts. Whenever a student feels ready, they can give the exam. Now, coming to saving the environment, we need to take strict measures. We have to replace chemical products with natural ones. Soap can be replaced with chickpea flour, which in India is called besan. Shampoos can be made out of a mix of amla, the Indian gooseberry, rita, the soap nut, and shikakai, the soap pod. For detergent, we need to take soap nuts and boil them in water and strain the water. Then we need to take salt and mix it in hot water in a separate vessel, and then mix it with the soap nut solution. Our detergent is now ready. We need to use clay utensils and crockery instead of plastic and Teflon ones, because they are not good for the environment or our health. For our electricity needs, we need to go completely nuclear, as even solar panels are not good for the planet in the long term, as they contain cadmium, lead, and a lot of other heavy metals which are nasty pollutants. We will have to use coolers instead of air conditioners, since air conditioners are also not good for the environment. For transportation, bamboo bicycles will be used by the general public. However, for long distance travels, planes and ships will be used. The planes, however, will not be the kind of planes we are used to seeing today. Before I reveal what kind of planes I am talking about, I want to reveal a secret today. In the year 2020, the world did not just face the corona pandemic. Some of the people were given supernatural experiences. If you have read the Mahabharata, you must have heard about the divine vision of Sanjay. It gives you the ability to see the past, present, and the future and read people's minds and emotions. The divine vision has been given to many people who are currently living amongst us. If we all pray to God collectively and take the responsibility of unburdening the planet of our sins and acts against nature, we might be blessed with these visions as well. This can be revolutionary and help us get rid of all the toxic gadgets such as mobile phones, televisions, computer, laptop, etc. Yes, friends, we will have to live without the internet. Not only divine vision, we can get other supernatural abilities as well. If we are disciplined enough to practice yoga, meditation, exercise regularly, and keep our dietary habits in check. For the current generation, however, let us put in the efforts to become better individuals and collectively pray to God to gift us these supernatural abilities. God will do it for us as He has already done it for a lot of others. A shift is coming. Good and evil forces are at war. Pick a side and be loyal to it. However, always remember good always wins in the end. Now, for the planes. In ancient India, planes were built which used mercury as a fuel. I don't know the exact technology, and you know what? We don't need to hustle for it. Let's just collectively pray to God to reveal the technology to us. Do it collectively and do it with a pure heart. God always reveals His secrets to the pure hearted. Now, as I had discussed earlier in the video, we will not need to store crops in the warehouses because God is the one that controls the weather. The era of infinite abundance is coming. All we need to do is to choose the light and consistently and collectively pray with a pure heart, and our loving Father will take care of the rest. As for the healthcare, since we are saying goodbye to the technologies we are familiar with, we will have to go back to the ancient knowledge of advanced Ayurveda. Again, my suggestion is the same. Pray to God with a pure heart, and He will lovingly reveal His ancient secrets. Try to live as disciplined lives as possible with occasional splurges. Exercise and meditate daily for however long is possible, but don't forget to enjoy the materialistic comforts along the way. Keep praying religiously and regularly with a pure heart. Do not forget, if you choose jobs that are meant as service to others, that provide service to others or elderly or the sick, you will gain a lot of positive karma, and the universe always returns what we sow in it 100-fold. Keep praying religiously and regularly with a pure heart. God will keep you safe and healthy and healed at all times. He will protect you and your loved ones like a loving father or mother that He is. That's it for this video. Thank you. Goodbye. Stay blessed.